right, folks, welcome. We are here tonight live, and I'm going to tell you what, we are kicking off season 18 here for the Miller Family Trucking eSports, and we got heat race number 1 underway, as we've got, looks like out front in this one, got some great heavy hitters here. Dylan Wilson, Dylan Hauser, Jacob Fields, Chase Hardy, Josh Anders, Austin Hines, and Mason Coffey. Now, as always, I got Bryce up here in the booth with me. You heard him last week here. The difference between this week is obviously we're starting a little early, but there's 2 races. We got a doubleheader night tonight. This is what the Wotel's about. We're kicking it off. These are the pro late models. Then we got the super late models at 9 o'clock tonight, so stay tuned for that. But Bryce, man, here we go. Heat race number 1. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, these aren't the supers. They know how to drive, and man, they're fun, man.
Absolutely. Right now, top 3, remember, go to the feature automatically, so they don't have to run those numbers into Constellation. And right now, good battle going out front. Top side, Dylan Hauser, Dylan Wilson, the Dylan boys up front.
24's around.
Oh, man, 24. Who we got? Oh, that's Mason Coffey. Well, his night's already starting off bad right there, trying to back up, get going, smash the front end a little bit. Still hot and heavy. Now, Chase Hardy, he's got that last transfer spot.
So getting everything figured out, I'm sorry.
Oh, you fine, man. That's good. Well, right now, looks like the top 3's pulled away. And the man outside looking in is going to be Jacob Fields, but he likes what he sees. He likes to see Hardy and Wilson up there beating and banging on their fenders a little bit. You know why? Because if they wreck, he's in the show. Up, everybody. Yeah. How y'all doing?
That's definitely true. One thing I'm noticing, too, he's getting a really good entry, but, man, this second and third cars are gapping him on the exits.
Yeah, that definitely been taking him out right now. I mean, the battle's on for second. that's the biggest thing he can hope for, is maybe these 2 men get in each other. One thing about this track here, this is actually Williams Grove?
Williams.
Williams?
Yes.
Okay, make sure I got it right. I said Wheelie Grove. Well, it's a long straight up. This track kind of reminds me of a New Hampshire. We just talked about it. The problem is it took Jacob Fields. Wow, man, we were just talking about it out there, Bryson. Look who got in third. Austin Hines is sitting going, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, whatever you want to give me. I'm here.
Yeah, no kidding. The 80 was really close to having a toy right there, but when that third car came in, it launched him off the car and was able to regain him back into 4th spot, so continuing for that transfer spot.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, man. Well, right now, Dylan Hauser's still the man out front. He liked what he saw. Chase Hardy there in the second place was able to bounce back and hang on to it. Austin Hines, though, jumped up the third, and Dylan Wilson, who was in the transfer spot, now outside looking in. White flag. Good race so far. I mean, that's just how it goes in these cars. You can bump and beat and bang in just a little bit. And out of 3, Hauser going to pull it off. Hardy, Hines and company. Good. First half of this. Nice. That's your top 3 going to go straight to the feature. We got a lot of good dirt action here tonight for the Miller Family Trucking eSports. Heat race number 2. Here's these bad boys up. Got James Braswell out front. Ethan Toder there in second. Josh Fuller in third. Jeremy Parker 4th. Cameron Dawson up in 5th. Corey Roberts 6th. Andrew Thorpe in 7th. More good-looking machines here. Remember, another top 3 go. And, we got everybody here. I know the guys were talking before the race up there. They were talking about some sponsor gorilla masturbator or something. What the heck was they talking about earlier? Did I lose you, Bryce? I think Bryce fell up underneath the cabinet. I don't know. Anyways, folks, they were talking about some sponsor or something. Anyways, let's keep it a kid family show, by the way. Let me know who your favorite drivers are out there. Who you pulling for? Who you rooting for? Who you not rooting for? We got a stacked field early on here. Green flag, heat race 2 underway. Are you back, Bryce?
I am. Internet decided to want to restart right there, so.
Okay. Awesome. We're in
still
heat
trying
race
to get
2.
back into the session.
Okay. Go ahead. Well, right now we got this heat race 2 underway. Got Braswell and the man up there, Toder, up underneath him. Those two guys, man, are neck and neck. But meanwhile, back in the last transfer spot, Dawson's got his hands full with Josh Fuller as he takes a slide job move to the inside. Fuller does. Going to try to take that spot away. Dawson says, no way, no how. Let me crisscross you back over. He's down on the catfish line. He makes it look good. He's got his nose out front for the moment. There's a drag race off of 4. And Fuller's still going to hang on to that final transfer spot. They got Roberts there, too, so it's a 3-car battle for the transfer. Meanwhile, the top 2 kind of walking away from them. But these 3 guys back here are beating and banging on each other so far. Good little run they're having, too. Man, you got the... It's Fuller, Dawson, Roberts. It's a tight little track. Long track, too. Like I was saying earlier, it reminds me of like a New Hampshire style format. Kind of little bit of banking and long straightaways. Flat.
Little mile-long track?
Yep, a mile-long track. Yep, you're right. Braswell right now out front. He's got Toder right there behind him. Like everybody so far is down low. You got Fuller still hanging on that final transfer spot. There it is. Masturbators, the best bear bait in Minnesota area.
Oh my God.
I knew it. I knew they'd talk about some
actually
masturbator
made it
something.
into the show.
Yeah, made it in the show. Outlaw sent me what it was. I knew they were talking about it earlier, so there we go. I mean, hey, what's it say it is? Bear bait. I guess if you're a bear connoisseur or hunter, there you go. Minnesota's got bears. Meanwhile, Dawson's got Roberts right there on his inside. They're going to go side by side. White flag one more time. Fuller's pulling away from this battle. But it's Braswell. Toder's going to make one more shot. Not going to be able to get it done down the back stretch. 3 and 4, final time. And it's all going to be Braswell. Toder, Fuller, top 3. What a run.
Yeah, it definitely was. One thing I'm noticing too on my end is the reason I'm so quiet is I'm still trying to put numbers to names on my SDK. They're all not showing up the numbers they have on their cars.
Oh well, no,
I apologize.
Yeah, they're never not. You can bring up that link I sent you. That'll help.
Did you send me a new one? I clicked on the one you sent me last week.
It should work. It don't work. All right, give me a second.
It's working. It's just they're not showing up with the numbers as they're running on track.
All right, hang on. Read them up here. Austin Sessions there, starting at number 1. Christian L.A. We'll go with that. That's starting 2. Matthew Arborough in 3. Jason Corn starting 4th. Austin Rapp there in 5th. Divine Nelson. What, Devin?
Yep.
Is it Devin? Is that who it is?
I believe so. There's
Okay.
no way of spelling Devin.
Devin Nelson starting in 6th, and we got Jordy Dye there in the 7th place spot. So getting set to round these guys up. Heat race number 3 tonight. Yeah, that link should.
Remember, top 3 from each heat transfers on to the main feature tonight.
There you go. All right.
Green flags in the end. They're already leaning on each other. The top 2 spots, the 20 and the 92, were already leaning on each other on that start right there. It's still contact being made heading on turn number 2 onto the backstretch.
Yeah, it is. You got Austin Sessions out front, man. He's got his fan club out there. Then you got OLA right behind him. I'll let y'all see the name and see what y'all come up with. There it is on the driver's stand. But still nose to tail file. You got Corn back there in the final transfer spot. I know he's probably thinking he doesn't want Nelson, who was trying to sneak up underneath him.
No, Nelson right now, he's on a good drive right now, battling for that transfer spot into the feature. He's able to get underneath him, get his nose in there a little bit, but not able to make the clean pass as the one takes a little wide into the berm right there, heading off into the, I believe that's the backstretch.
Yeah, backstretch right now. You've got Corn and OLA right there sitting on the back deck lid of Sessions out front. What's going on out there, Lance? How you doing? And he's pulling for old Sessions right now. He's leading this heat race, trying to get into the feature here tonight. At that top 10. Oh, look, Corn went a little high. It's going to open up the door for Nelson. Nelson's going to run right through it.
And Nelson saw the mistake. The one is doing a slide job onto the one. And the 6 is able to, the one of Jason Corn is able to cross him over. Now he has the advantage heading into turn number 3, it looks like.
Yep, right there, neck and neck for the final transfer spot. Corn, Nelson. And it's give that to Nelson right now. As old Jason, he had to fall back in line. So far, this is, even though it looks like they're making passes here, Bryce, it looks like it's kind of a single groove style track for the moment.
Yeah, they seem like they always start at a single groove track, but as long as the night goes and the more these cars run these laps, the more the double grooves can start showing itself.
Absolutely. So the New York native right now, Nelson holds the final transfer spot. LA man right here. He's hanging on to second. Sessions is out front. He's got some heat, though, man, right from Tristan up behind him. It's not going to happen. It's 2 laps to go in this heat.
It's like the top 4 and 5 have starting to single file out. Not really a big battle going on track right now. The one of Jason Corn's going to have to make some moves to get in that final transfer to pass the 6 of Devin Nelson.
Yes, he is. So, and I think Nelson's going to have to make a little bit of slip up here as everybody kind of seems content right now to ride. I would if I'm in the show. I'm not going to really do anything crazy. Because coming out of turn 4 final time is going to be Sessions, LA, and Nelson all going to the main feature here tonight. Everybody else going to have to run those alphabets. We'll have to see what happens later on in the show as we headed on over to heat race number 4. I'll grid them up here. Tyson Ulicki out front in this one. Jaden Krause there in second. Robbie Buncham up in third. Austin Hunter in fourth. Cameron Corimer there in fifth. Scott Smith starting 6th. And Bryce Hunter the 7th place spot. Again,
just 6 drivers in there today. I accidentally joined in earlier as a driver, not as a spectator.
Never mind, 6. Bryce ain't no driver. That's right.
Nope. And everyone on there who was watching on asphalt, who likes asphalt racing, Kevin Harvick has won a race and broke a 3-year drought. A 2-year drought, excuse me.
Good. Needed to. Finally. Get a Ford something, man. Been out there messing up on it.
Yep, and that makes 15 different racers, or 15 different winners in NASCAR this year.
NASCAR always and always will be a heavy run. That is. Toyota tried to come in with money, but ain't happening. I will say this. We are on the NASCAR real quick before we start green, but see how far that non-talented Bubba went.
Finished second.
You finished what?
Second.
Yeah, well, he didn't win. What they always say, second, first loser.
Oh, my God.
That's what they say. I mean, it's what they say.
I'm
that kind of money
Denny
on the
Hamlin
line,
lost.
hey, I'd go for it.
I'm just happy Denny Hamlin lost. That's all I care about.
Yeah, true. All right, Ulicki, the man out here. Remember, we got top 3. Heat race 4. We're kicking off this season here. This is actually the first race of the season for the Pro Late models. It was extended out for like 2 weeks. This is actually the first race of the season for the Pro Late models, and you're already seeing some outstanding racing, especially for that transfer spot back here. Corimer wants it. Butcham's got it. Boy, he threw that thing on the inside to see if he can't get it. That's one thing I've noticed. guys early are trying that inside lane, and as more the race goes, it becomes more of a top feeding style track.
Yeah, as we saw right there, 2 drivers took the bottom line, and they ended up losing positions right there, at least on the exits. As we see the 8 trying to do the same thing. Looks like the 53 is going to relinquish his spot to the 8 for that 4th or the 5th position. So we see the battle going on right now on track for that 5th position. Is still ramping up with a 32. Is that the 30? Who is that? Can't really
31
see. Robin, 31.
Butcher.
That's right.
Butcher. Yep. Yeah, that's why I try to put the little driver thing up there. It helps you out a little bit too. As you know, I got the camera on it. Butchum is in that final transfer spot in 3rd. He's got heat though from Cormer. Cormer's all over his back bumper. Meanwhile, out front, Kraus is trying to do everything he can down there on that low line, but it just does not look like it's got the bite coming off the turn so far. He is side by side. He can drive that thing in there. Slide job. He's going to be able to hold it though. Yes.
It's like he still has the advantage taking in turn number 1. Now that he's going to have the momentum on the high side. And it's like the 24 or 74 is able to get a little squirrely right there. So 31 now is on the attack for the 2nd position.
Yep. Uliki right there. Got a serious looking pitcher. Hands all got focused. He needs to focus right now. And oh boy, Cormer got in the back. Just a little touch there on the backside of Buchanan, who was the final transfer spot. So this right here is a battle heating up for that 3rd place.
And once you saw right there, you saw one mistake by the 31 of Robbie Buchanan Jr. Now that dropped him all the way from the 3rd and final transfer spot all the way back down into 5th.
Yes, it does, man. I hate that, man. Like you said, Buchanan's all right there in 4th, Hunter back in the 5th place spot. Meanwhile, Kraus, once he got the lead, he's driving away with this one. Uliki's right there sitting in 2nd. He's actually coming under fire from Cormer, who is closing in now with a white flag. One more time. Yep, they're going one more time. Coming out 2 and 3. Look at that move Cormer put in there. They're almost 4 wide.
Oh, 31's around.
Oh, Buchanan got smashed. Looks like Cormer's going to hang on to the 3rd place out of 4. Yep. Going to be Kraus, Uliki, Cormer. Your top 3. What a race.
I think we have one more heat after this.
All right. Race 5. Screwed him up. Derek Stewart out front in this one. Brent Carey there in 2nd. Sean Haynes in 3rd. Jason Salter up in 4th. Daniel Mills in 5th. Chase Barbera. I think that's right. Starting in 6th. Remember, another 3. Go to the feature. Well, it's going to have to run a consolation. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Know who your favorite drivers are out there. Who you pulling for. This is the season kicking off here. Season 18 for the Pro Late models. Miller Family Trucking eSports. These are the Pro Lates. Later on, 9 o'clock, we got what they call the Super Late models. Now, they're actually in race number 3, Bryce, as opposed to these guys just kind of kicking off the season here with the Pro Lates. But from here on out, it'll be, double doubles as we get set to green. Heat race number 5, and they're already racing hard for that 2nd, 3rd place spot.
As we see right now, a little bit of, maybe a little contact right there in the final spot. As we see now, we double wide all the way from the last 4 positions of the field. We got one almost completely sideways heading off turn number 4.
Yeah, I know they're just slamming and bamming back here in the back for those spots. They don't want to have to go through the consolation. Meanwhile, Salter is hanging on there and is trying that 2nd place. He's got it for the moment, takes it. That puts Carey back in the 3rd place. Haynes now is going to try to see if he can't drive up underneath him on the turn, off the turn down there. Low, not going to happen. It just looks like the low line, you can get a good run going in, but you just can't get that drive coming off.
Yeah, it seems like the higher line still has the main momentum right now, and that's the line everyone wants to fight for and be in. These people trying to get brave, throw that slide job up there, but man, they're losing a ton of position when they try that.
Hey, well, Brent Carey's picture looks like he's about ready to slug somebody or something, man. He looking like he's mad. Oh,
No,
and
he
then
got trouble.
talk about getting slugfest. He just got punched right out of the transfer spot into 6, puts Daniel Mills there. Wow. That's just how fast it happens here on dirt. Kate says,
almost
let's
had
go
it there
Derek
again.
Stewart. That split the top 3 up pretty good, because now the battle's happening back here around 4th and 5th. Third place man's got a little breathing room.
Yeah, and if I'm these top 3 drivers, I'm breathing. I am focusing on not making mistakes and trying to get past this heat and go on transfer on to the feature tonight. As we say that, the 2 makes a huge mistake, sides way high. That allows the 23 and the 74 to come back down. No,
Wow.
excuse me, the 211. You see now that has the momentum heading down into turn number 3 and 4. Please just turn number 3 and 4. As we now comes up, a little bit of contact right there, heading down this front stretch heading in turn number 1. As the 2 now takes the inside, the 10. Was that the 2? Excuse me.
Yep.
Yeah, the 2. Yep. 2 now takes the inside line, trying to see if he makes it work. As we see now, the 23 might have the momentum now diving down on the inside line. He'll have the bottom groove heading into.
And that's the checker.
it's
Well, the
final
drag
race.
race.
Never mind,
Daniel
excuse me.
Mills. Yeah, Mills took it. Inches. That brings us over to the C main here. With these guys up. Dylan Wilson. That's it. He got messed up just a little bit on his heat race. Going to start out front in this one. Jason Korn there in 2nd. Chase Barb up in 3rd. Corey Roberts up in 4th. Austin Hunter there in 5th. Josh Anders there in 6th. Jordan Dye in 7th. Brent Carey in 8th. And Andrew Thorpe going to round out the 9th place spot. And top 4 go to the feature in this one.
Top 4. Just getting ready to ask Steve that.
Yeah, he sent me a message. He's on it. He's on. I gotta appreciate these guys coming on board, man. What do you think about this race so far? It's been some pretty good racing so far on this track, Bryce.
Yeah, these drivers, man, these cars really suit these drivers really well. They're able to make these inauspicious, trying to use fancy words here, these crazy, dives into the turns to 1 and 3, and some of them will work and some of them are not. They're, it's a gamble.
No doubt. Well, now we got one more position more that you can get up here and get going. Maybe get into the show. If Dylan Wilson, as long as he doesn't get in trouble. Chase Barb and Corey Roberts are the 2 back there in those transfer spots. Getting set here to go green. Pace trucks in. Green flag flies. See main time here as Wilson gets a good jump out front.
We still have a blinker on track to figure out what's going on right there. But he's on the final transfer spot along with the 8 of Austin Hunter, is currently trying to fight for that final transfer spot.
Let's say Roberts, who was the man that's out there doing a little blinking. He is in that 4th place final transfer. You see Hunter right there along with him. Hunter saying if you can't slip on the inside. Meanwhile, those guys up there battling a little bit. Who's the 18? There's where the scary part about blinking is. That actually
you got trouble in turn number 2.
Yeah, that actually was Josh Anders who took that slide in. The problem is that other car wasn't there when he slid, and if it would have blinked back in, and then some huge contact. Still, Roberts hanging on to the last transfer spot.
As we know, he's still under fire from the 8 of Austin Hunter. It's like they're getting able to get situated back out, and now heading into turn number 3 and 4. As we see, he's still blinking on track.
Yeah, right now the battle's heating up for seconds. You got Barb right there along with old Corn. Corn trying to hang on to do that slide job. He's got the side bites, hoping somebody don't try to take a bite out of the side of it. And the only man that can would be actually Barb right there, as they are single file nose to tail into the turn. Now it's starting to look like a little bit of high lines coming in to get up there close to that top side cushion.
The high line is definitely starting to show its hand right here. People know that that's where the momentum is going to show. As we see a little bit earlier right there coming off on the front stretch right there, that the who was blinking? The Corey Roberts was actually put up into the wall and lost a bunch of positions.
And that's what happens sometimes out there blinking. I mean, on a virtual style track, it can happen. Meanwhile, that puts Austin Hunter there in the fourth place spot. He's got a little breathing room. He's watching what's going on in front of him, because at any time one of these guys in front can make a mistake. He could actually end up a little bit further. You got Korn, Barb, Wilson all right there in a row and a line. So I like what Hunter's doing right now. And as I say that, now he's going to look on the inside. But he's kind of been a little patient, kind of riding back here. But he is testing the waters down low.
Yeah, but you have to do something else, do something different than the leaders are doing to give yourself the best opportunity to come out with the dub this evening. As we see, he's still trying to make that bottom line work. But as you see on broadcast, the top three were able to scoot away from him.
Yeah, you can get that good run going into the turn. It just does not hold coming out. Final time down the bad stretch here. Wilson's the man. Korn's there with it. Barb's going to try everything he can. He's going to try one more time out of 3 and 4. And just see that low line's not going to get it. It's out of the turn. Wilson, Korn, Barb, and Hunters, all your top 4 are going to go into this one. Nice.
I like the SRX kind of scheme there.
Yeah, nice paint schemes out there. Well, that should shoot us in over here to the B main. Yep, B main. Let's put them up right fast. Cameron Dawson up front. Scott Smith starting in second. Jacob Fields up in third. Austin Rapp there in fourth. Shane Hines up in fifth. Jeremy Parker sixth. Robbie Butcham seventh. Mason Coffey up in eighth. And Matthew Yarborough at ninth. So another top 4 go to the feature and the rest go home. Not what you want to. Definitely not what you want to see. You don't want to go home.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Everybody being quiet out there tonight. They must be tired. Must have had a hard weekend this weekend. Do anything good this weekend, Bryce?
Oh man, worked.
I slept.
I do.
I ain't do nothing.
Must be nice, man. I live in the Midwest, and we're experiencing one of our hottest weeks of the year. We averaged, I think, 102 this week, and yeah, I do HVAC refrigeration, so I've been busy.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Very.
Green flag. Dawson and company up front. Field Smith. That's the Smurf man Smith right there. Then Rapp. He's hanging on that final transfer spot. He likes what he sees in front of him, though, those guys battling.
Yeah, but he has a battle behind him, as we see right now. He's still in that final transfer spot, Rapp is. But now they're still banging and banging. Oh my God, the 5th position, man. They're all over the place. 5th on back.
Saw it. They were ping-pong bogging right off each other, man. Parker, Coffey, Butcham and company back there. Because they're in danger going home. I mean, from 5th on back, from where Haynes is. You see Rapp now's got a little bit of breathing room. And he's got to be careful here. He doesn't want to get up here. I know he'd like to get a couple more spots. But he's in the show. Don't want to get up here, mess up, get into one of these guys. And the next thing you know, Haynes is right there on his back bumper again. That's the top 4 looking good. You see Dawson out front. Fields right there in second.
Yep, and as we see, we have Scott in 3rd and Austin Rapp in 4th. But man, these top 4 drivers are starting to scoot away from the rest of the field. If I'm these top 4 drivers, I am just driving. I am not trying to force the issue on anybody or anything. So I say that 007 tries to take the leader of Cameron Dawson to the inside.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't try. I'm like you. I wouldn't try to press the issue of trying to pass. I would maybe keep the guy in front of me honest by peeking my nose down there, and I think that's what Jacob's trying to do here, as you see, because Dawson is really running that top side cushion right now. He's losing a little momentum going in. But yeah, I'm like you. I would not, as yellow flag is really.
See caution on the speedway.
Coffee. That's Coffee. What happened to Coffee? Oh, he got into a donut. Call them donuts down there.
He was right by the entrance. Oh, he towed. Never mind.
Okay. Done a caution.
Three laps. I believe caution laps do not count, correct?
Do not. Do not.
We're still 4 laps to go.
And it should be single file.
Yep.
We won't have the Delaware restart. Oh, we will in the future, but
Yes.
well, I say we will, but then again, they probably changed it up on me. So
I wouldn't be surprised.
I know he did say we won't.
No one needs a group of people.
Yeah, well, I know he said we won't have the 4 wide in the pro lades, but we will in the supers. There we go. We do know a little bit of change there.
Yes.
Green flag. Dawson out front. You know he loves the single file. Rapp, though, back here in that 4th place spot, did not get the jump he wanted. He has still got Haynes and Parker right there on his back bumper.
Absolutely, but Parker right there, he did try and get the jump on Austin Rapp, but he did the right thing and backed out of it because race control did come over the radio and said he will penalize jumpers on the restarts.
They did. Right now, look at Fields, took a slide job move, got around Dawson. He is still fighting back on the outside. Dawson tried to put a slingshot right around him, couldn't get it done, complete it. That still puts Fields on the outside. Dawson down low. He can't quite get the pass coming out. As we're going to have 2 to go, they're going to hit the white flag this time by. Look at that drag race off that turn.
Amazing racing by the top 2 drivers right now. And it's like the 007 is going to be able to clear the 8, hitting on the backstretch for the final time.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That looks like high side dominant. He's going to put the slider line in. He's going to protect it inside because he knows he's got it. Behind him, so it's going to be Fields, Dawson, Smith, and Rapp. Your top 4 going to the feature. Everybody else going home tonight. Wow, what a good one. And it's been here. We got a little warm up. 3 minutes. Let you watch some of these cars go around the track. Kind of scoot around here a little bit. We'll be right back here in a few. All right, feature time here. Outlaw. We're advancing. I saw that. That's right, Lance. Showtime. You're right. These boys about to
beat and bang for 40 laps.
are. Okay, so it's 50 laps for the supers, 40 for this one. Okay. 10 lap difference. This must be like the entry level league.
Yeah.
What this is?
Kind of want to feel like the Xfinity cars, the Xfinity League version.
Yeah. I imagine some of these guys still will be in the super late models, but green flag, here we go. Hauser company up front. Well, you can already see them. They're stacked 2 by 2 all the way back.
So I know we'll see Hauser later on tonight.
Yes, we
he
will.
leads at the field down in turn number 3 and 4. Man, there's still a gaggle of cars right now battling for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th position.
Whew, they were 3
these
wide.
drivers, man, they are still bumper to bumper.
Yes, they are. They're 3 wide back there, almost taking it 4 wide. Look, you can kind of do that in the turns. Problem is the straightaway a little bit narrower than what the turns are, so you can get away with that 3 wide, 4 wide mess. Still Hauser out front, Braswell right behind him. He's got a slew of machines, but the biggest battle happening, like you said, is around about 5th place spot. That's Sessions, Stewart, Toder, Salter and company. There's action all over the field.
Yeah, no matter where you look, if you're a fan in the grandstands or fans online, man, you are enjoying what you are seeing. These drivers, they are door to door, bumper to bumper, as they're 3 wide heading off for turn number 3.
What's up, Mary? How you doing out there? Yeah, absolutely. Nose to tail, as you can see right here with Salter riding with him. He sees a huge machines in front of him with Toder, Stewart, Sessions, Hardy. Hauser still in control of this one out front. Looks like that high line's coming in pretty good as Braswell and him have taken it. And they are still duking it out for this about 5th and 6th place spot, side by side, door to door.
As you see, we got 3 wide right now, heading into turn number 2, heading on the back stretch. We see the 20. I believe that's the 20. See, the numbers and names aren't matching up with me.
Well, probably reason being is because they have custom numbers on their cars. Sometimes the numbers don't match. iRacing takes them. Nothing I can do about the custom number stuff. So.
No, you're perfectly fine. It's not your fault.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm trying to just kind of use the driver thing here. But everybody right now looks like they've been on that top side up there on the cushion. Hauser still in control of this one. Braswell there in 2nd, Kraus in 3rd, Hardy up in 4th, Sessions in 5th. Stewart, though, he's right there in the 6th place spot. And then everybody right now looks like kind of going single file, except for that down there running the catfish line. Is that Hardy? Hardy. Good old Chase.
Chase is on a good run right now. As he is sitting pretty right now in that 4th position. And it looks like he's able to sit comfortably right now and not make any mistakes. As we see on track right now, you got Austin behind him, Derek Stewart behind him, and then Ethan Tudor behind him as well. Yeah. And all 3 of those drivers, they know how to get around each other and race respectfully. It's all at the same time. Tudor?
I've always heard Toder, so I don't know. Hey, go ahead.
I don't know.
But that's different. I'll give it that. A little further on back here, around about 14th place spot. See what Fields and Hines and Korn. They got a pretty good little battle going on back here, too. I mean, there's just so much action going on all over the field. You got Chase Barb, Daniel Mills back here in the 19th, 20th place spot. But the real action's happening around here about 5th place with Sessions, Stewart, Kraus, and company. Those guys. But meanwhile, though, Braswell, he is not letting Hauser have this thing easy.
Oh, no. It's good to see these pro drivers come back and down in this lower series and having the difficulty of passing these drivers and having the difficulty of having these other drivers pushing them to get better.
Absolutely. Still a good battle for the top spot here as they all go up on top side cushion. Meanwhile, Kraus, Hardy, and company back here for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place spot. They got a good battle. And then you go back to, again, Round about 5th place spot. And those guys got a 3-way battle, so battles everywhere. Contact with Hardy. Wow, he held on to that thing.
Almost back up into the field.
That thing looked like a Bronco Bull out there.
Oh, yeah. He was able to save it, though, but, man, he got close to getting back up in that traffic.
Yes, he did. Bounced off the wall, bounced up the top, right down there down the put line. Hanging out on the bottom, trying to see if he can't get himself back under composure, get back up front. He's in 7th. Got Stewart right there on the top side of him battling. 15 into this 41. Looking good so far tonight. Miller Family Trucking Esports.
We see cars still trying to experiment with that bottom line, but as you said earlier, Joe, that the top line is starting to show its hand a lot more. So excuse me, and the top line still has the momentum.
It does, and you see though, Hardy's still trying to see if he can't. Now he jumped back up there to the top. That middle lane is the only other one I've seen they've been trying, but it's just not got the momentum coming off the turn. You see here Hauser. He's up there on the high line along with Braswell. Now those two have kind of split up a little bit. They got a little breathing room between them. And this guy right here holding on to the 3rd place spot. He's okay. Sessions is trying to close him in. Toter. Everybody's kind of starting to get split up a little bit. I mean, you still got this close quarter racing here around 7th, 8th, and 9th.
As we do see Dylan Wilson right now battling it out for that 8th position. But as you said, they're all the rest of these drivers, as we watch on my screen right now, Stewart right now had the driver try to do a crossover on him, but he ended up failing. He regained his position. But yeah, all these drivers have already single filed out. Not really any big battles right now on track. It's still early in this race. We're only on lap 18 out of lap 40. So I expect as long as the more of this race goes on and we get a couple cautions, the more interesting this race will become.
Yeah. Which I know now the Hauser probably would like this thing just to go green. The problem with that going green is he's eventually going to get up a lap traffic. As man, look at Wilson. Wilson's been the hard charger here. He's up 8-9 spots already. He's trying to drive this thing through the field. Contact with Chase Hardy. Never mind. He's in the wall.
And up and over.
And
he fell out of the track.
Gone. Reason no cautions, like you said. He got blew out into the grandstand. Let's go back and watch, see what happened again. Dylan went by, a little contact. He got wiggly. I don't know who that was behind him, but next thing you know, zoop. He went to the farm building out there. Yeah. Oh, Hardy's night done.
Highly unfortunate for him.
So you got Toad or Kraus. They're battling it out here for 3rd and 4th place spot, though.
Yep. Toder and Kraus still battling really hard. As we see Kraus right now, or Toder on the outside, able to keep that momentum into that. Or no, that's Toder or Kraus. I'm sorry. Kraus was able to keep that momentum onto the into that 3rd spot, as Ethan Toder is still trying to battle for that 3rd position.
Yeah. Actually, my bad. It's Sessions and Toder. Kraus is actually right here. He's out front, way further out. So it's Sessions and Toder battling for those 2 positions there. I was looking at the wrong car, but yeah, Toder right now, he got away from him. He's down there low. He's on the catfish line, seeing what he can get done. Meanwhile, behind old Sessions, though, you've got Stewart Wilson. Well, Wilson is a bad, fast cat here tonight. He's coming through his field. He's probably one that doesn't want to see. If he wants to see a caution, he'd want to see one like now, and then he can gain and pull this field back together a little bit, and then gain a few more spots when they go back green.
Yeah, if you're second on back, you want another caution. You want to be able to get back up and group back up so you can make your moves and be a little bit more aggressive. When you're out there, the field's all strung out. You're kind of in no man's land. Even on asphalt, it just gets kind of boring.
Yeah, right now we're riding here with Hauser. You can just see how far out the lap traffic is, about a straightaway there. That's just a good example of how far he's got before he gets into any lap traffic. So right now, back here in the back where Wilson is, he's picking them up, putting them down one by one. He's already up to 5th place, 11 spots up, so he's looking for that hard charger here tonight. As you got Kraus right there with him, Sessions still battling out. They're 3 wide back here.
Yeah, So going back to Dylan Wilson, it takes one mistake for the people in front of him to pass and get back up into the top, or get up into the top 5, which he already is. But get up further and close up to the leader. It takes one caution, however, to get him back up into the leader with the way he's been driving.
Yeah, so far, and you see these guys are back and forth 2 by 2. Toder, Wilson, Sessions, and all battle in front of them. And this is a good little race happening. That's just about the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place spot. Is actually they have caught Kraus.
As you see, that field is now attacking Jaden Kraus. As we see now, Ethan Toder's taking Kraus on the inside, seeing that bottom line is going to work. But we're going to find out right here.
Yeah, it's just not been able to be the fastest all night long. He's able to get that run, but look at that. But they're going to trade a few paint coming down the bad stretch here in the turn. If he gets into the, where'd he go?
I think he fell out of the track again.
Are you kidding?
I think Jaeger just fell out, or was that Kraus?
Yeah,
Kraus just fell out of the track.
Yeah, he was in 3rd. Let's go back up here and watch again. As we got disappearing cars here tonight, Williams Grove's got voodoo happening. Let's watch one more time. And comes down that bad stretch. They made trading a little paint, not too bad. So some racing. Now you know,
if he missed his.
He did a Joey Chitwood show. Wow.
I've never seen a car just go over like that. Are these open setups or are they fixed setups?
They're open.
I wonder if he just had a setup wrong and got too far leaning on one side and whoop, where it went over. Lost the center of gravity. I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. That's crazy. But that puts a battle on here. Dylan Wilson, 13 spots up to 3rd. That man is rolling. Now Dylan Hauser's probably thinking, I don't want a caution. Because that's going to put us all lined up. I know Wilson's probably thinking, yeah, give me one. It's going to give me a chance here. I want a caution like now. That way it gives me about six, 7 laps to work over Hauser and Braswell. Hauser does not want to see a caution, but I know Wilson definitely wants it.
Oh, yeah. The Wilson right now, he is on a heck of a drive. Up 13 positions from where he started this feature. Man, he wants that lead and he wants this win, but he needs a caution to fall in his favor.
He does. He's not going to have enough time to run him down from where he's at. I mean, but it's still impressive to get the 3rd place like he has, 13 positions up. As you see Toder right there, got in the wall just a little bit, slowed him up. Got Stewart right behind him in 6th. And then back in 7th, you got, Stewart's back in 7th. Yuliki up there now in 7th. Those two guys are actually just battling back and forth, the 6th and 7th place spot battle between them. And Hauser has caught, as caution is out. Uh-oh. Jacob Fields. See what happened. Well, that's what Hauser didn't want to see. Oh, Fields just got tagged in the rear. Killed.
And over on his lid. That's a happy reset button right there. Unfortunate. His night is over.
This is what Hauser did not want to see, because this gives a shot to Wilson.
And guess who that brings in the picture? Dylan Wilson.
Yes, it does. Now, obviously, the restart definitely benefits Hauser because it's going to be single file. Braswell's the one who's probably thinking in his back going, you got to be kidding me. I got to put up with old Wilson back here. So Wilson's going to have to clear Braswell quick. Very quick. Or if he can clear Braswell quick and at least get a lap and a caution come out, because you know in dirt racing, even if a caution came out within the lap, he's got to give the position back, which is that's a tough rule.
There's no scoring loops, it's all green, checkered.
Yeah, that's a tough one. So he wants a lap to complete and get around Braswell, then maybe a caution, or be able to keep close to Hauser that he can. and see what he can do with these with the final 2 or 3 laps that he's probably going to have. But he's going to have to get around Braswell, and this is what Hauser wants. He wants Braswell to hold him up as much as he can so he can get away.
And this is what Wotel is all about. Here we go. We have the hard charger in the top 3, up 13 positions. We got the super late model, one of the better drivers in that series. Dylan Hauser is in first place. James Braswell in second. It's no slouch either. This is what Wotel is all about. Single fouler restart with 5 to go.
Yeah, it is. Here you got that Miller Family Truck and eSports tonight kicking off the series here for the pro lates. Hauser gets the jump on the field. Green flag flies. You got Braswell right there behind him, but can Wilson get anything done with 4 to go? A bigger style track, he looks to the inside. He's been able to utilize that inside pretty good, but he is going to have to make short work here of Braswell quick if he wants to have any shot of trying to get up there to Hauser.
Here we go. The second place went wide. Here he is.
Wow, yeah, he did. Able to get it. That's going to put Braswell back there in the company of Sessions and Toter. So does he have enough time to run down the leader up here?
From what I'm seeing, absolutely. And so we got 2 laps to go right now, or 3 to go, coming to 2 to go, excuse me. And we got cars going wide all over the place. So man takes 1 car to have a mistake. We're back under caution. But I don't think he has anything for Dylan Hauser. Hauser's pulled away. Now it's a half a second gap.
Yeah, right now it looks like they're both utilizing the same line, and they're about dead even when it comes to lap time, so it's kind of flip-flopping between them two. But, man, what a run it has been. Hauser's going to try that high line, see if we can't get some momentum running. You see, Hauser's down low. Wilson's trying to high line. Braswell, meanwhile, is hanging on the third. White flag one more time.
1 more lap for Dylan Hauser. Keep it clean. Keep her straight. Bringing home the victory tonight.
And he's out of turn 4. Final time, he's going to be able to get it done. But, man, second place man Wilson and third place man Braswell is going to hang on to third. What a finish and what a start to the season for this one. That was a good race for all these guys.
Absolutely. It was a great race. Great race from the start. And the heats were great. A lot of dive bomb slide jobs. Same thing with the feature. A lot of hard racing on the restarts. And I have to commend the 80 of Dylan Wilson up 14 positions. That is absolutely insane.
He should be the hard charger here tonight. He should. I wouldn't.
Picture time.
Yeah. Wait to see if we can get a couple of these guys up here and get a word with them. Do they take their time up here? But don't go anywhere, folks, because we got another race coming up. 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. We got the super late models here. Miller Family Truck and eSports. It's got the guys coming up here now. You want to talk to one of them?
Sure, I'll talk to one of them.
All right, I'll bring a Wilson up here and let's get a word with him.
All right. Dylan Wilson, this is Bryson Joe up in the booth. You got a Gabby?
Yeah, I got you, Bryce.
All right. Well, man, up 14 positions since the start of this feature. What was the car like with you? What was the car like tonight?
It was really good. I ran a new setup pretty much in every race. I think I ran the same setup for qualifying in the heat race, and then to find out it wasn't very good in the heat race. So we switched setups a few times there before the main, and thankfully we picked the right one there for the main event, and it was rolling, that's for sure. Just not good enough to get the win.
Absolutely. If you thought you had one more caution fall in your favor, do you think you would have caught Dylan Hauser?
No, I mean, I don't know. It just depends. I was trying something a little different when I got into second, so I'm not sure if my lap times fell off or stayed the same, but it seemed like you had to exit off the bottom of 4 if you really wanted to do anything. And yeah, once it gets single file like that off the bottom of 4, it's really hard to pass. So he was fast all night, so I highly doubt I'd have been able to work by him.
Well, I think you would have. But go ahead and shout out those fine sponsors, setup shops, whatever you have.
Yeah, thanks to everybody that helps on this. Thanks to D1RT Racing. Thanks to Foltz Graphics. To Kiefer, he sent me a setup there right for the main, and it was rolling good. Like I said, I wish I'd have had it sooner, but it is what it is. And to come away with a second after starting 16th at Williams Grove is a pretty good feat in itself. So most people will take that.
Absolutely, I know I would. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 80 of Dylan Wilson.
Absolutely, man. Doing an outstanding job right there. As I'll bring up the third place man, James. Get a word with him?
Sure. Right. Hey, James, is Bryson Joe up in the booth? You got a copy?
Yep. What's going on?
All right. Not much yourself. So you're running second all night long. A little high miss up right there. Coming to that last caution. What happened?
Yeah, I just tried to go high one more time because I know it was kind of fast, but my car just stayed flat. It didn't get up on the bars. So I just went into it really awkward. So it was all my fault, So it is what it is.
Yeah, that kind of happens. But, man, your car was strong all night. Second position. Give me a full rundown of your full race right there. How was the car feeling? Yeah,
the first 20 laps, 25 laps, it was great. I know we could stay with Hauser pretty much the whole time, and then right there, middle of the race, like the 20s and 30s, like I was just trying to do a little bit too much extra in 3 and 4, and I would hit the wall sometimes and lose a little bit of ground. We felt really good in 1 and 2, like the set. Pretty much put it wherever we want, and then I was just 5 to go. I was like, we'll just settle down and get second. That caution came out, and then had to try to run the bottom. Didn't run the bottom all night, and I couldn't really stick it on the bars like I wanted to. I just didn't practice it enough, so. We still managed to get third, so it's all good.
Third place is still a great finish tonight. So go ahead and shout out your sponsor, Setup Shops, wherever they think. Yep.
Yeah, shout out to my team, Mid-South Mafia, and then NLRA, Sea of Film, Motorsports, and Majusa Speed Shop. Appreciate everything that you guys do, and I appreciate y'all, broadcasting the race and calling it good and coming out here tonight with us, watching us race around the track.
Yep. Absolutely, it's our pleasure to do this all for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is James Bradswell, I'm sorry, your third place finisher.
Murdered it.
Yep.
Absolutely doing good. Hey, that's all right. Well, this man here, man, dominated. Dylan, enjoyed that in the booth. Got a copy?
I do. What's happening?
Man, well, you dominated tonight, but I got to ask, was you a little worried on that late caution and you saw Hauser behind you? Or you saw Will Wilson behind you?
No, I wasn't worried, man. We were pretty decent right there for not even really getting on and testing or preparing or anything. Even on that last restart there, I pulled a second on him in 4 laps. So I went a 9:29 the last lap of the race, and the closest guy behind me was like a 0:53. So we still were a tenth and a half better on the longevity of the run. So we just been working hard, trying to get these setups better. House of Speed iRacing setups. Nobody sees all the hard work we put in, man, but we put a ton of work into these setups. You can buy them right online, right at the website, and it shows. We had a lot of good runs tonight. A lot of good guys make the show. This isn't an easy field of cars, so we ran good. We're gonna take some notes. We learned some stuff. We could have been better, as crazy as it sounds, but we'll take it and we'll move on.
Absolutely. You look strong out there all night long. Is this a track that favors your driving style?
Everybody says I can only run the fence, I can only run the top, blah, 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 blah. Well, I just went on the bottom, so I don't know what to tell them, but we'll keep,
Don't be quiet.
It's no secret. I don't like running the bottom. I think it's for the Pee Wee Hermans of iRacing. I think if you can only run the bottom in iRacing, or if you can only run the bottom, you should talk about a guy that can run the fence, because it takes 10 times the talent to run the fence than it does the bottom. So I can do both, but I enjoy beat the fence down. It's fun, it's entertaining, and not many people can do it. But if tonight the line was on the bottom, it usually is at the Grove. So the first 30 laps we were running the cushion a little bit, pushing it higher and higher, and then finally I moved down. As soon as I moved down, I opened up the lead over second. So it's just the Grove always puts on some good racing. I think it would have been better if we had a little longer practice to start tonight, because the track was just so fast early on. Even in the first 25 laps of that feature, I didn't let off the pedal once. So, but once it locked down around the bottom, I think we had the best car.
No doubt about it. Definitely put it out here. Season opener here tonight for the Pro Lates. Got anybody you want to thank for an awesome win?
Yeah, it's everybody at House of Speed iRacing setups. It's a big group of people. Like I said, we sell setups for iRacing. We pretty much got you covered on whatever you need for setups. Then, LTX Homes, Gears Unlimited, A1 Cabinets, Daniel Mills, JC Floyd, Chris Pearson Racing, There is a ton of people who help with this deal. And I know I'm forgetting some of them, but I hate to forget them. 1-3 Designs. There is a lot of people. Cocky Floyd Consulting, Dirty South Speed Shop, and just everybody. You guys for broadcasting. You guys for putting this on. And we look forward to hopefully picking up another one of the supers here in a minute.
There you go. That's Dylan Hauser bringing it home here tonight. Well, Bryce, man, what a way to open up the season here for the Miller Family Trucking Hotel Pro late models. It was a good race.
It absolutely was. I'm looking forward to seeing these drivers hit the track next week, and looking forward to them fighting for the World Championship with my home league, Bluegrass iRacing Series, here coming up in a few weeks.
There you go. Well, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in about another 40-so minutes. We got the super late models coming up next here. But for myself and everyone, have a good night.